What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Gabriel Show. Check it out. I'm not gonna hold you. I've been working like every single day, and after doing these 12-hour shifts, guys, sometimes I just don't be like in the mood to talk. Just like that. You know what I mean? There be so many call bells going off, so much stimulation, and it's wild, man. I just don't feel like saying anything. But you know what? I wanted to show up here today because I know there's a lot of people who got laid off, right? And I know I've been motivating you guys and encouraging you guys to get into the nursing game. Nursing is amazing, guys. It's truly amazing. There's a lot of pros and there's also a lot of cons. But you'll definitely have a flexible career. You definitely have a stable career. I definitely think it's a noble career. But here's the thing, man. You just got laid off from wherever. I don't know if you're in tech, if you're in the federal government and you're trying to pivot. And now you're about to go ahead and tell your family members, oh my gosh, I'm about to get into nursing. It's one of the biggest mistakes you could ever do, man. All right? Don't tell nobody that you're getting into nursing school. Okay? First and foremost, they're going to look at you like you're the bank now. Oh, you're going to be a nurse? You're not even going to finish the semester. They're going to keep checking on you, right? After every freaking test you did. Hey, how's it going? Oh, okay. All right? And then you ain't going to hear from them until you get close to graduation. All of a sudden, everybody's going to try to be on your case because they know you get into a bag now. They know you have a stable career. All right. Meanwhile, you got to work your ass off to get paid what we get paid. All right. And I still don't feel like it's enough. But I digress. More importantly, guys, I'm telling you, you think people don't want to see you win. All right. I hate to say that. Like, while I'm making these videos, I have real life people, real life ops, okay, who hate to see it. They hate to see me on this mortgage-free journey. They hate to see where I'm at in my life right now, and they can't believe it. You want to know why? It's because I started, if you guys don't know, I started working in a nursing home in the kitchen. You hear me? After high school, I didn't go to college right away. I was working in the kitchen. All right? My supervisor, he was extremely mean to me. All right? He kept me on the dishwasher, right? He wouldn't even allow me to go upstairs. One time I went upstairs to go serve the trays, okay? And I was just talking to the nurses upstairs, making people laugh. You know me, I'm a people's person, right? And the director of nursing, she says, don't you ever come up here. You know what I mean? What are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah. Went downstairs, spoke to the supervisor, and he said the same thing. Like, don't you ever go up there. You better stay on the dishwasher. He had me scraping the gum off the floor, okay? And he said I'll never be anything. See that? See that? You know what happened? Now, let me tell you guys something, a few things. I went ahead and I went and told all my coworkers I was working with what happened. They fell for me. They felt bad for me, you know what I mean? They didn't like that, right? They protested. They did all that. I went upstairs and I told the nurses, you know, they're like, oh my gosh, you know, they act like they felt bad for me. And I told the CNAs and everybody, you know, look what happened to me. Look how I got disrespected. Now I can't go back upstairs. Yo, okay, cool, right? I got motivated. I told my dad the story and I said, all right, you know what? Let me go back to school because obviously I'm not getting my respect here. So I switched positions eventually because my supervisor was toxic. I went to be a receptionist. And even then he was really upset about that because I just applied and I didn't tell him. Right? And so I was trying to do both hours. I was trying to pick up both. And then he's completely cut off my hours in the kitchen. And then I transitioned to becoming a receptionist at the nursing home, right? Because of the saltiness. I went ahead and I told everybody in the kitchen, you know what? I'm going to nursing school. I told all the CNAs. I told everybody, guys, I don't want to get disrespected anymore. I'm going back to nursing school. Just to regular school, right? To get my prerequisites. They're like, oh, good. Yes, go to school. Go to school. You know, you're young. You can do it. You know, you shouldn't be getting disrespected like that. Go back to school. Went back to school, okay? Got my, I did my prerequisites then, and I was telling people, they're like, okay, good job. You got your 2-year degree. After that, I said, you know what? Let me go for my LPN, all right? Now, listen, when I graduated and I told people, like, oh, okay, that was fast, good job. And then I told my coworkers, hey, I'm about to go for my LPN. They're like, oh, okay, it's a hard thing. I started getting some pushback. They're telling me how hard it's going to be, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Guys, I kept them posted and I told everybody, all the CNAs, all the LPNs, you know, one day I'm going to be working with you guys. They're like, yeah, you can do it. A couple people was checking on me here and there, blah, blah, blah. Program went by, boom, I actually graduated. I got the degree. and I started working as an LPN. When I got that degree, guys, I went back to the kitchen and I showed my coworkers that I was an LPN. Do you know that a lot of them started ignoring me? Oh, yo, good for you, bro. I'm happy for you. Only one person, right? That supervisor wasn't there. He done left the job. He left the job. So I really wanted to go back to show him, hey, you said I wouldn't be nothing, right? But it's cool. A lot of the coworkers was just like, I noticed that people were acting different, not excited as I thought they would be, the way they were pushing me. But I said, it's cool. Let me continue to go to school. So then I went from my LPN to RN, right? I'm telling you, that program was tough. I went ahead and I was telling everybody, the LPNs, everybody that, oh, I'm about to go for my RN. I'm about to do this degree, about to do that degree. Everybody was like, yeah, go for it. You can do it. I'm happy for you. Do it, do it, do it, do it. And so I was telling people was checking in, like, how's the test go? How are you doing? Oh, it's really tough. I'm trying my best, but I'm doing it. And, people were checking in here and there. And as I got closer and closer towards the end, and I actually graduated and became an RN, I went ahead and I started telling people, I graduated. I'm an RN now. The people who was cheering me on, the people who was happy for me, they switched up. It was so weird. Okay? And when I actually got my license, this is what sucks. I decided to become a supervisor at that same nursing home. Now, this is when I realized people were salty and fake, bro. Got scary. Okay? Remember I told you people try to do voodoo on me? Stay around. Let me continue to tell you the story. Let me cook, okay? Guys, I decided to apply because I was working on the floor as an RN. Now, a lot of the LPNs, attitude, didn't want to talk to me. Okay, the people in the kitchen, they started acting different. They'd be pushing the cart. I'd be saying hi to them. Everybody switched up. Okay? Same kid who used to work in the kitchen a few years ago. At that time, I was doing my BSN online. Okay? I was working, doing my BSN online. I was working. I seen the director of nursing. She was just like, whoa, acting mad different now. Saying hi to me, acting mad cool. And I was like, okay, hey, how's it going? Okay? And I was just working, telling people what I was doing, telling people what I had going on. Like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm going for my bachelor's now online. Guys, I finished my bachelor's, right? Now I became a BSN RN working in the freaking nursing home supervising. Let me tell you how the CNAs, everybody, started switching up on me. Okay? So, I'd work night shift, and you guys know, by the time I think I was done for my BSN, I was like 23 years old or something like that. The CNAs, everybody who used to call me their son and everything like that, yo, when I would do the assignment and I would tell people where to go, I'm like, hey, you have to go on this floor, you have to go on that floor. Some of them would like, I've been on this floor for years, I'm not doing nothing. They didn't listen to me. They didn't take me serious. And I didn't like that, right? I did not like that at all. And one time I did an overnight shift as a supervisor, and I was walking by and I seen this one CNA. Now listen, she's my elder. In Haitian culture, you have to be respectful, but at the end of the day, I'm the supervisor, okay? I'm dealing with falls, I'm dealing with random, a lot of different situations like that, right? And so, this is two things that happened. First thing that happened was, I caught her sleeping, right? Now, I understand people have to sleep at night. I did one round, I didn't say nothing, but then I came back around 30 minutes, she's still sleeping. All right, she's still sleeping. I went back and I woke her up like, hey, you have to wake up. There's a lot of fall risk on this floor here. The call bell's been going off for like at least 45 minutes. She says, what? What you said to me? Fréquent. Fréquent means fresh. And she's like, oh, because you went to school now, you think you can talk to me like that? I work here 20 years, okay? 20 years. Fresh. I'm like, listen, all I'm saying is, this person's been calling for a minute. I'm not here to argue with you, and I'm not going to take that, all right? I did not do anything wrong to you. All I'm saying is you have to be awake to, do what you got to do. Do your job. Guys, I thought it was just that. I didn't want to go back and forth with my elder. I just left. I did not want to hear it, okay? Guys, tell me how I got a call talking about, oh, blah, 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 so-and-so fell. Okay? So-and-so fell. An hour later, went back, same floor. I seen her, and I was like, yo. Didn't I tell you the call bell was going off? And when I walked in the room, right, I'm trying to walk in. They already picked up the patient, the resident, and put the resident in bed. And they're like, shh, shh. Okay, it's okay, young. You don't have to say nothing. Don't say nothing. Oh, it's okay. It happened all the time. What? Guys, I got so pissed off. And this is why they hated me and wanted to do voodoo on me. I wrote everybody up. Everybody up. And they mama. Okay? Some of them got suspended. Some of them, their kids wanted to fight me. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't taking it. I said, no, I told you guys to do your rounds. At that point, guys, I forgot that nice stuff. I was strict. Very affirmative. I had my white coat on. I was like, no, this is unacceptable. All right? This is unacceptable. You know what I mean? I hit them with that. Unacceptable. They didn't know what I was talking about, because usually I speak Creole with them. But because I'm a youngin', they view me as a, being 23 years old, being a supervisor, they didn't take me serious at all. And you know what? They said they're going to make me pay for that. They're going to make me pay for that. Around that time, guys, I would bring food into the job. I'd bring food everywhere. Like, just I would meal prep. Sometimes I'd eat food that they cook and stuff like that. And so I'd like to just go in. There's a spot in my office I could eat, but because I worked there and I started there, I was like, you know what? I like to eat with my people. So I have my food in the fridge. And I noticed that I opened up the fridge and I noticed like my bag wasn't where I put it. It was placed in the bag. And I was like, that's weird. I don't remember putting it in the bag, but I was rushing, whatever. But then my food looked like it was manipulated. Like the bag was tied weird. I don't do a loop-de-loop. I do one loop. And I, double bowl type thing. And I was like, I don't do that wrap around. I do the loop-de-loop, bunny ears. I opened up my food and my bowl was looked like the food was messed with. Guys, I got the bowl and whatever, I was hungry. I put the food in the microwave, okay? While I was warming up the food, just sitting down, counting, one of the nice CNAs, the one that never switched up on me, walked in, and she was like this. And then I'm looking at her like, you okay? What's wrong? She opened up the fridge. And she's like, and she looked at the microwave. She took the food out, boom, throw it out. She says, don't ever bring food in the hospital. No, don't ever bring food in the job, okay? I said, what happened? Guys, when I looked at the food in the garbage, guys, I have black rice, right? Dijon, black rice. Tell me how it looked like there was some type of weird powder looking thing on my food. Right? Black rice. Why did my rice look right? I didn't bring in white rice. My food looked manipulated. We looked in the garbage because she threw it out. I said, do you know who did this? I was trying to find out. Who did this? I was so heated. She said, shh, don't say nothing. I'm going to get in trouble. I don't want to say nothing to you, but don't bring food here ever again. I was like, wow. She says, young man, ever since you woke that lady up, I'm not going to say it's her. I don't know who, but they don't like you here. Okay? They do not like you here. I was in so much shock, guys. These are the people who was pushing me. These are the people who was giving me advice. When I was in housekeeping, they were telling me to go back to school. They were giving me all this good advice and everything like that. And now, my food was getting manipulated with. See what I'm saying? That got me pissed off. So pissed off. At the time, I was going back to school for my master's. All right? I was going back to school for my master's, and I didn't want to say anything. And I just stopped bringing food. I'd order food in, and I told my mom, she says, pray when you get in there and just say hi to these people. Don't be fresh to these people, because some of these people are evil, right? They act like they want to see you win, and you actually get to that position and you lose all your respect. I don't know if that ever happened to you guys. As soon as you graduate and you became a supervisor, RN, whatever the case is, people done switched up on you. People who you thought were cool with you, right? Guys, I was so shocked and heartbroken. Like I said, I stopped bringing food in, and I actually graduated and I got my master's. This is where I had to quit. My director of nursing, she ended up getting fired. All right. I got my master's in leadership and management. Now, people thought I was being petty, because at this point, I was one of the toughest, strict, cutthroat supervisors. When she left, everybody was wondering, who's going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Who is going to take the position? I interviewed, I don't know if I told you guys recently, if you look at my old video, I got interviewed for a job there. They're offering me, guys, almost $200K. $200K a year for masters. It's at a nursing home. The nursing home's tough. That same nursing home I was working at, the director of nursing who told me I would never be anything, now I was applying for her job, okay? I came in, suited up. Everybody who see me there, they couldn't believe it. They're like, isn't that the boy in the kitchen? They see me interviewing with the director of nursing. No, they see me having the interview with the administrator, okay? So I was having that interview with him, talking and blah, blah, blah. It went good. Everything went great. Went back to work. You know, the next day as supervisor, dead silent, radio silent. People I'll say hi to, nobody want to talk to me. Word is, I'm going to be the new director of nursing. And they did not want it because of how fresh I was. Why? Because I woke people up, right? Guys, at the time I was driving a convertible BMW. You guys know I like to talk about it, right? And this is another reason why I stopped driving my drop top, right? It's paid off. People thought I got it repoed. No, I didn't get it repoed. It's just now they were out to get me for real, okay? I would come in. One time, out of nowhere after work, my tire was flat. I was like, what? How's my tire flat? I have rim flats, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get how, and the way it got flat, you could tell it was a knife that did it. So I had to have a tow truck come in there, replace my tire, do all that stuff. And then the last reason, I got a random key, right? From one end of my car to the other end, okay? At that point, I was like, nah, I can't work here. I left the nursing home and I worked at the hospitals. I'm an ICU nurse ever since then. I didn't even take that position. It was $200K, you know what I mean? Guys, I don't know what the moral of the story is at this point, but don't tell people you're going to school, okay? And when you graduate, go start at a new job. Start at a brand new job. Don't start with the people, because people want to see you do good, but not better than them, okay? They don't want to see you do anything better than them. Even on this journey that I'm on, guys, I'm sharing it with you guys, but there's people who want to see me fail to this day, all right? So I just want you guys to be mindful of that. I share this story with you guys so that this way, to warn you guys. And now that you guys, some people just got laid off, right? And they're looking for a new job. Now's not the time for you to go around telling your family members or your friends or your coworkers that you're in nursing school and that you're about to make these changes in your life. You hear me? Don't do it. You're going to regret it. But I love and appreciate you guys. That's what God put in my heart, to share that story with you, to share my experience with you. And, you know, I want to see you guys win, but be mindful, okay? But let me get back to the grind. I love and appreciate you guys. I got to head out. Peace.